again and welcome back. You can probably tell from the way that I'm dressed today that I'm going to do my first beehive inspection. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to lift out a frame. We didn't put any wax foundation on this frame, but as you can see the bees are building their own honeycomb on there. This is another frame that we didn't put any wax foundation on. And there's no honeycomb really being built on that one, so I'm going to just pop that one over to one side, and I'm going to replace it with a frame that does have the wax foundation on. So I'll pop that back in there. And I'm just going to add another frame that's got the wax foundation to the back. I'm just going to show you very quickly this slide, this frame here. The queen is on there. You can see the queen, she's got a blue dot on there. So we're just checking that she's still in there and she's happy and healthy, which she is, and she's still laying. We've got lots and lots of brood in there. So that's it, that's the first inspection. I'm cutting off the cornflowers today. I use these, or the petals at least, in bath bombs and candles and things. So I'm going to cut them all off and hang them upside down in the shed to dry, and then a couple of weeks and I'll be able to use them. Okay, so that should do for today. I'm just going to tie these up with a piece of twine. And then I'll hang them in the shed. Just doing a little bit of maintenance to the cucumbers whilst I'm over here. This is a side shoot, we don't need those, so I'm just cutting those off. And you can see there that we've already got a lovely cucumber that's almost ready. That's variety Telegraph. And I'm just going to move along to this one because there's a couple of side shoots coming off of this one as well, but also we've got the cucumber that's ready, and this is variety Femme Spot. So I'm going to cut that off and we'll have that with our dinner tonight. And then the last thing I need to do with the cucumbers is to just make sure that I'm twining them around the string so that they'll continue to climb and grow. So these are the tomato plants, and as you can see we've already got some trusses of tomatoes coming, waiting to ripen. And like with the cucumbers, I need to wrap this around the string so that it's supported as it grows. Need to be careful with this one because the flowers are what are going to be new fruits, new tomatoes. So when I wrap that around, I need to be careful not to knock the flowers off. And then if you can just see there, that is a side shoot. So that needs to come off. And that smell of tomatoes when you take off a side shoot is tremendous. It's what gardening is all about as far as I'm concerned. Right, that's all the tomato plants sorted out. They've all been twined so they're supported and they can carry on growing and creating some fruit. And over in the salad bay in the polytunnel, if you can see, we've got some huge radish there. Now the reason we've let them grow that big is so that we're not going to eat those, we're going to leave them. But you can see that they're going to seed, they're producing flowers, and that means that we'll get lovely seeds ready for growing more radishes next year. And these over here, I think I mentioned it when I did the allotment tour video back in the beginning of the month, back in June. These are store-bought Romero peppers, which we had on salad and saved the seeds. And we didn't think they'd grow, but we thought we'll give it a go anyway. And we ended up, every single seed that we germinated actually came. So we had over 100 plants, and you can see they're very healthy. And they've even got flowers coming, which means that we're going to get lots of Romero peppers from them. So sometimes saving the seed from the food that you actually eat, that you buy from the supermarket, does work, and it's well worth giving it a go. And if we go into the greenhouse, you can see we've had a bit of a disaster. Our grapevine has gotten too big, too bushy and too heavy, and unfortunately the weight of it has snapped the strings that was holding it across the roof there. So luckily none of the branches have snapped, but I do need to do some work on this. I need to cut all the growth off that's on the top of the branches, because that's what's caused it to fall. Basically it's been pushing against the roof of the greenhouse and it's forced the branches to come down and snap the strings. So I'm going to spend some time trimming off the extra growth and retying it back up. It's looking much healthier now. It's all been tied back where it belongs. It still needs some TLC. There's still a lot more that needs taking off it, but at least it's not hanging down to the ground anymore. So I'm happy with that. So that's it